Hey y'all, Pastor Jeremy here, and I wanted to take a minute to recap what we learned this past Sunday in the children's Bible study, give you some clues about the future, and share some resources with you. So first off, what did we do this past Sunday? Well, what are we doing in this class? We want to help children understand what's in the Bible, where to find it, and why it matters. Those are our three goals. So we started with the first 5 books of the Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and gave the kids an overview and sort of some handles for those books. I also accidentally gave them a Hebrew lesson, so if any of them, I told them to yell Hebrew at you in the middle of the night. So your children aren't possessed, they're educated. So if you hear tohu vavohu, not demons, Bible, right? So we talked about how Genesis is about beginnings. If you want to know about beginnings, you go to Genesis. God begins the creation. God begins the story of Abraham and his family. God begins the story of God wanting to bless the whole world. The next story begins in Genesis. If you want to figure out at the beginning of Exodus, you go to Genesis. Exodus. What does Exodus sound like? Exit. Exodus is about God getting people out of bad situations. It's about God's love. It's about how God responds to the second Hebrew word we learned, sa'ak, which is the cry that the oppressed utter. Whenever we cry out, God hears us and wants to help us exit. Exodus. Leviticus is a book about the law. We taught them the word Torah. Numbers is about all the numbers of ways that God blesses the people in the wilderness. If you want to learn about how God blesses in hard situations, you go to Numbers. And lastly, Deuteronomy, which is a big old sermon from Moses that puts everything in perspective from the first couple books. So we went through those first 5 books, gave them some handles, had some really good conversation. These kids are really smart. Attached to this email, you will find some follow-up documents. This includes conversational prompts with your kids, things to ask, things to bring up in the car or at dinner to help them continue to think about the first 5 books. It includes a coloring sheet and some tools like that. I also, each week, want to try to introduce you as much as I can to some really good resources for faith life at home. This is Heart Ignite. It comes from the Youth and Family Institute out of Wartburg Theological Seminary. Lyle Grinder and Diane Monroe. Monroe is one of my professors. I highly recommend this tiny book. As you can see, it's all marked up. I've got bookmarks throughout because I love this book and I use this book both for myself and on a lot of youth retreats and at children's events. So what is it? This is a collection of different types of prayers. Each page, and there's a table of contents to help you find stuff, each page has a different way that you can pray that is different, it's creative, that helps kids and youth connect with the idea of prayer better. Here's an egg carton prayer, a paper chain prayer, liturgical seasons prayers, so things like that are really helpful for starting prayer in your family, getting things going. And there's event prayers too, like there's a birthday candle prayer for birthday parties. There are going to bed prayers. There are we're going to take a vacation prayers, death in the family prayers, things like that to help you get started with your kids. This is a jumping off place. Now, there's only one edition of it. It was published in 2003 and went out of print in 2005. But something that studying to be Dr. Hall has taught me is how to find books. So there are copies out there. A lot of them are on Goodreads. A lot of them you can find it that way. Or I see them on Amazon pretty frequently. I have a few because I buy them when I see them. If you need help, let me know. I'll help you find a copy. That probably means I'll buy it for you and send it to your house if you ask. So, great resource. We're having a great time on Sunday nights. This Sunday, we're baptizing 2 children. and an adult. Plus, and 5 new members will be presented, and we have a guest speaker this Sunday, March 7th. Our 32nd anniversary as a church community is going to be really special. But especially for children's ministry, look for Delilah and Joseph and look for ways to reach out and support them. This is an exciting step that they've chosen to take in their faith journey. Something neat, this is my last thought, about baptisms this Sunday. So you will see a young child, an older elementary school child, and an adult being baptized. Baptism is not, it doesn't fit in the same place on everyone's journey. Don't push it with your kids, but don't stifle it either. Everyone reaches the point where they can make that decision at different places along their journey. And whenever they make the decision, that's good. And we want to support them and encourage them along the way. So, thank you. Grace and peace, friends. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you Sunday. It's going to be a really amazing Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.